Hey guys, it's Liz here. Today we're going to be going over the Nightstalker. I have a crazy game here, and I'm going to be doing absolute insane amount of damage for tier 9, because this tank is a tier 9. Let's just start with this tank needs to be nerfed, because um, it is like the new Tyran, or T249, whatever you want to call it. It's the new OP tank. It's been around since last Halloween, so about a year ago. It wasn't really, I don't think people knew it was good at first, and I know it was bugged when it first came out, so it wasn't that good because of the way the aim reticle was working. It wasn't very accurate. It was weird the way it was. So if a lot of people didn't buy it at first, and the people that did buy it were usually good players, because good players like to get new tanks and mark them and, become the best of them or whatever. So it wasn't too much of a problem because you were only seeing them maybe every 10 games, one every 10 games, if even, because it wasn't like a super common tank to see. However, now that people know it's OP, they are buying it up like it's candy. And also they're doing an earn off, so you can earn it for free, which is not good at all, because now they're probably not going to nerf it, because whenever it's an earn off tank, a bunch of average players and bad players, where if a tank is OP before, a bunch of good players and average players are going to be playing it, so it'll make it look way more OP than it even is. So if you're going to have a bunch of bad players playing in it because they're going to get the earn off, they're not going to know how to use the shell velocity and stuff, so it's going to bring the stats down. Therefore, Wargaming might not nerf it, even though it needs nerfed, because it is so good when it's in even a decent player's hand, or even a bad player's hand when he just gets in the right matchup. It is so insane. You can full clip, like, I don't know what the clip is. I think it's almost 2,000 damage. It's something like that. I don't know the exact number, but it has around 4,000 DPM at a tier 9. It has literally everything. The armor is it's really good for some reason, even though it shouldn't be, because like some of the plates say 250 and stuff, 250 millimeters, but they just aren't 250. Like, even trying to pen this thing with like 330 pen, APCR pen or something, you just can't pen it sometimes, and it's so weird how it works. And yeah, you see right there, I just bounced a E4 round. This thing, if they were gonna at least try and balance it, it should be a tier 10, because this thing going against tier 7s, even tier 8s or tier 9s, this thing is so OP. Some tier 10s can't even they can't even compete against it because it's so good. And look at this guy's health go. He was almost full health, and yeah, he's dead now. So sad. I think he was stalked too, so that was not a fun day for him. I'm up to 4,500 damage already, 3,400 block, and 2.7k assisted, which that's pretty crazy in the first 3.5 minutes of the game. And I'm full health because this thing has so much armor, and I don't really know what to say for it because it has everything. If you want the best tank of the game, yeah, I guess now's the time to earn it. But just, if you're gonna play it, please don't put 1,000 games in it or whatever, like some of these players will, because it's an OP tank, and you're really kind of, I guess you'd say, hurting the game if you're going to be playing it. I put about 20 or 30 games in it just so that I could get some replays for you guys and actually see if it really was that OP. But I don't really plan on playing this thing a whole lot. I might 3-mark it, and that's it, just so I can say I 3-marked it, but I don't know, because it's not really rewarding. Like, this poor guy here, like, what is he gonna do to me? We come up against another Nightstalker, and he can't pen us. Oh, not to mention, this thing has 300 and I believe it's 20 pen on his rockets, on his premium rockets, which is crazy. It's either 320 or 330. I can't exactly remember. That's crazy. This is a tier 9, remember? And this thing has 4,000 DPM. And amazing armor. Like, it has everything. It can't have everything. And the thing is, it's not always super OP. Let's see. This guy's full health coming in here. He has 330 pen. He's probably auto-aiming me. He's not penning me. I'm a one-shot. And yeah, he's out of ammo now. And look, completely dead. What was he supposed to do there? It's almost like a T249 in that regard, because it is so situational, where like if you catch somebody out, they're just dead. But like if this thing is in a long-range game, like if you're playing Prokhorovka or something, this thing is going to be buttons. It's going to suck, because you can't lead with these shells. So I hate tanks like this because they're so good in certain aspects, just terrible in others. And unfortunately, it's broken. I wouldn't. Oh, it's not really OP. I mean, it is OP, but it's more of a broken tank than actually good. Because if you're like in a city map or something, you're just the best tank that could possibly uh, anybody could come up against. And if you're on a wide open map like Westfield or Prokhorovka or something, you're gonna be you're not gonna be trash. You're still gonna do good, but it's gonna be a lot harder to perform well because of the shell velocity. And also, did I mention that this thing has 10 degrees of gun depression? Yeah, it literally has every single stat. Camo, speed, armor, DPM, penetration. I mean, it has it all. It has every single stat except for shell velocity. But who needs shell velocity when you have everything else? You know what I mean? You just got to get close range. And the armor is very reliable. If you are trying to pen this thing, shoot right between the guns or right underneath the guns. That is the most reliable spot. I believe there's 0 millimeters in one spot, so you can HE pen it in a certain spot under the gun. I haven't gone through and actually tested, but I did see somebody was penning it with HE there. So somewhere in the gun there's like no armor behind it, so you can pen there, but it's like not reliable, so you can't always pen there. So it's really weird the way the armor is. Side armor is amazing. Armor on it is pretty much amazing everywhere. The lower plate, you're gonna need about 300 to 330 to pen it. Just because it's weird. Like, I don't think you actually need the armor. Isn't that strong? I think it's about 250 there or 270, something like that. But you're not actually gonna pen it because it's just weird the way this tank works. I think it's spaced or something maybe. I really don't know, because you should be penning the lower plate, and it's just you can't pen the lower plate. Yeah, look, I'm going like almost 50 kilometers here. Also, this thing has perfect accuracy because it's rockets, so you don't have to run any aiming skills or anything, and you're gonna hit every single shot as long as they are still. Like every single shot, because it has perfect accuracy. It's like an ATGM. And I pulled off 9,500 damage there, which is crazy. Like, that was my 4th game, I believe, in the tank. So, like, I was still trying to get the hang of it. I didn't even really know what I was doing, and I did 9,500 damage. 3K assists. I mean, I got best in game on everything, as you can see. 5,000 block, 3K assists, 9,500 damage. Crazy. And I even had another replay, which I unfortunately did not record. I was with one of my clanmates, Parallelular, and we were both playing the Nightstalkers. We were like, let's go out for the memes. Let's test it out, see how it is. And the game ended up turning very badly for us. It was on, I believe, Province, and I just camped up the hill. It was a 1 versus 9. I got it down all the way to the 1 versus 8, or 1 versus 1, and I unfortunately did lose because I did die. But I did 10,000 damage, which is just crazy. And it was a 1 versus 9. I wish I really had the replay for you because it was one of my best games I've ever had. And I got it all the way down to a 1 versus 1 where I unfortunately did get penetrated. And while I was doing that, I was a one-shot the whole entire time. All I did was camp and wait for them to come to me because I have amazing DPM and I have good armor. I'm not afraid. If they all rush me at once, I mean, I could get rid of them pretty quickly because I have over 4,000 DPM. And, great penetration. I'm going to pen probably almost every shot unless I hit their tracks or something. And, yeah. So Wargaming, I would say to balance this thing, I'd say move it to tier 10 no matter what. Nerf its DPM because that's one of the strongest parts of it. And give it a clear weak spot because it doesn't really have a clear weak spot. Maybe fix the gun mantle issue and just give it regular armor up there so you can't pen it there. But make the lower plate actually pennable, like 230 millimeters or something, or maybe less, because it doesn't really have a true weakness right now. And I think if they did that, it would still be good. Maybe if they reduced it down to 3,000 DPM or something, it would still be very good, but it wouldn't be as broken. Because if you have a 3-man platoon of this, it's like 100% win rate. Like, I'm not joking. You could win, especially if it's like really high-skilled, 3 high-skilled players, you can have like a 95% win rate, 90% win rate in it if you were all platooned together, because it's crazy. Even in a tier 10 game, you're just going to stomp on the tier 10s. If you all go together on a flank, that's 12,000 DPM all together, and you can like just hold off any flank, and it's utterly insane. You're gonna be able to pen everything because you have the penetration, and yeah, it's a little it's more than a little too good. It is way too good. Or you could move it to Cold War, but I don't think they would do that because I feel like it actually might be decent in Cold War. I feel like it could be, interesting over there. But yeah, where it's at right now is not fun, and everybody has them right now because of the earn up. So it's not really fun playing any tank that's not super OP at tier 8 through 10. because I mean even tier 7 because you're gonna get against them and it's just gonna shred you. And I've been trying to play my 705A just because it was a new tier 10 I got recently. I've been wanting to play it, and one of the first games I had in it, 2 Nightstalkers just rolled up on me, and I had teammates behind me. It wasn't like I was alone. My teammates couldn't pen them. I put one shot in, and they just proliferated me, and I got one shot in that game because they penned every shot in my lower plate. And I couldn't do anything. I was angling, I was doing everything, and there's just nothing I could actually do against them because they have great pen, they have great DPM, and even if they're reloading, the reload's like 14 seconds or something, or 15 seconds. And I think if you're using rations, if you have them activated, it's like 13 seconds for a reload, and then you got that 2,000 clip or whatever. Crazy. I'm not really happy with how it's. I don't think it's gonna get nerfed now because everybody just got it, which is unfortunate. If they should have nerfed it before they gave it away, or just not gave it away at all, and then nerfed it, because they're not going to nerf it now because it's going to be performing less. Any tank that gets given away is always performs pretty badly because it's an average player, especially a tank like that's situational. Like if they gave the T249 away, it would not be. It would be performing terrible because people would just be YOLOing in and doing like 1 clip of damage maybe, or not even. So then they wouldn't have nerfed it. But this thing they gave away, and now they probably aren't going to nerf it. I'm hoping that they're nerfing it. Because it really needs to be nerfed, and it's crazy. There's not really a way to balance it other than move it up and just reduce the CPM because how it is. But yeah, I mean, if you are doing the Halloween op, I would recommend to get it, I guess. I mean, it's the best out of all the Halloween tanks. Just, you might get called some names for playing it a lot. Like, I've gotten messaged so many times already just from one clipping people, and I feel bad, so I don't really want to play it anymore. Yeah, we'll see. But that's going to be pretty much it for now, alright guys? And yeah, I'm hoping they nerf it, but I'm going to end it there. So I'll see you guys later.